it's been like a month. I wasn't running around, but you were also extremely busy. You had a few projects other than wrestling that you got into.
What project? Oh, like the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just seen it. I don't know if you got it up there. No, I don't know. You have it up there, but ooh. That's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Vampire. Like blood. How did I get? You don't even want to know how I got blood on the nose right there like that. Like, I was digging in some girl's guts, eating her
Oh, that wasn't
not up in her guts, but I was biting her in the stomach. Yeah, the After Dark. It's a vampire movie. It's gonna be out. It's in post production now. Fangoria magazine just had a release. I don't know if it was in a magazine or on the internet.
Probably both.
It was probably both, but it's pretty cool. Fangoria's pretty cool horror magazine, so that was dope. It was in Fangoria, not the Canadian version, so it was in the States. But no, well, they have a sister company too in Canada, but hopefully it comes out there too. But Fangoria, yeah, it's called The After Dark. Tom Devlin, he was a special effects guy. Now he makes his own horror movies. This is like his fourth movie he's made. Makes four bar horror movies in like 2 weeks or something. I don't know. The guy's insanely talented. It's my first lead role, so of course I suck in it. I think not just because I'm a vampire, I suck, but I think I suck. The dialogue was so crazy that I think I was too caught up in trying to remember everything than to act more naturally like myself or in the moment. But we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. I mean, obviously, got some red context there, and everything else is me. I mean, the blood's somebody else, and look like a disco vampire there. I picture Disco Duck every time I see the Disco Duck. Like, but that's in the middle of a fight scene with Sin Bodhi. He played an opposite vampire, so. Best way to explain the movie, and these are Tom Devlin's words, are it's the interview with a vampire meets the Lost Boys. Although I should have been the Lost Boys in a Bruja clan, but because I was Gangrel when I wrestled, and when you watch me wrestle, this is when he had the idea to make this movie. He was a wrestling fan, and of course of horror and the Gangrel character. I'm in a Venture clan, so a clan which is more proper, like the 1800s. So. You know, I've been kicking it around since forever and turned a woman into a vampire in the 60s who's a little bit jealous of the one I turned in the current years here in the 2020s, you know. And so I got a little women issue, plus I got a control issue. I'm like keeping, like I had a big clan, but I make them all eat rats and shit, like while I'm like killing hookers and stuff like that. I'm eating good behind doors and trying to control them. So they're all fleeing on me. Long story short, there's another clan coming up that's much like a Bruja clan, but they're punk rockers. They got a bar. They're bringing vampires in the light. They're embracing humans and hanging out with them and killing them, you know, and making friends with them. And I'm trying to keep that shit all under wraps. And turns into a big vampire war, which turns into a big fight scene with myself and Sin Bodhi. And we tore that place up, tore holes in the walls, collapsed desks. And, you know, movies, they like to film things like 20 times. Yeah, so that's like 5:30 in the morning. That's how I look every morning, actually. That's how I looked when I used to party, too. That's how back when I did drugs and drank all night long, that's how I'd go to the airports, looking about like that. It's a good look there. But, yeah, you can see the dust on the knees and everything where we've been fighting. But it was fun, a lot of fun.
How long did it take to film? Like,
well, they ripped this movie out quick because I was coming from WrestleMania, not WrestleMania itself with all those rumors and stuff that we probably didn't address, but I did a project out for CCW in LA, and then I did WrestleCon on a Friday. I flew all the way home Saturday, did an autism awareness event Anna was speaking at. I went to watch that and learn about autism some more because I deal with a lot of that with some of the students and stuff, and I really need to educate myself a little bit more on that. And then I did the epilepsy walk in Hollywood on Sunday, and then I caught a flight, flew to Las Vegas, and I filmed Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And
3 days.
Caught a flight Friday morning to Indianapolis. That's where I saw David at. I think another one of the things was Indianapolis, where I did a show. I did a signing, and then I did a show that lasted till like 1 in the morning. Then I signed all day and then came home. So like 3 days. I mean, they had to like concentrate on mine. It took longer to film the movie, but my stuff, they tried to put it all in the 3 days and coordinate everybody in there to get it to work around my schedule because I was so busy. But it was a great experience. I could thank Tom Devlin and the whole cast and crew and Sin Bodhi and Ashley and all the people that hopefully made me look like a star. They made me feel like one. And Tom's wife and his assistant. the other producer, which she'll kill me because I can't. Kayla, and so it was a good experience, man. So that's like my first. I keep looking up there. It just trips me out, but that's like my first feature in anything. So, never wanted to be an actor. I didn't like it. You know, I did the Cougar Towns, Human Centipedes, did a lot of little appearances and things. But I did that, and it made me kind of feel like, oh, maybe I got an acting bug, but it passed already.
After this movie, you may be getting some more calls.
Well, I got a guy that wants me to start doing horror cons and stuff. So like, if this movie hits, then gets out, I'll have some material. I could print up some Human Centipede pictures where I'm crapping myself. And
material, bro. You're Gangrel.
Like,
you don't need like material. You're the leader of the brew, bro. You should have been doing horror cons.
Some blood on the nose there. That creeps me out, though. I didn't like that, but I didn't wipe it off, and then it kept drying. Like, because it was like when I was biting the person and like it was sniffed them and stuff, and blood. But
you didn't get any blood in your hair?
You gonna have nightmares from that picture?
No,
I actually had to wipe up. I wiped this up and then shot like 5 other scenes because this was in a hotel room, and this was in Sierra, I think, or whatever that hotel is in Vegas on the Strip. So you can see the Strip in the background, the lights and stuff like that. The Sahara. But so they had one night that they filmed everything like in a bedroom, like I had a bedroom layer and in a living room, like a dining room thing. So, but there was some kill scenes, so I had to like go wash my face, all that, throw another white shirt on, and film some other stuff. That was another long night. I wasn't used to that. Getting on location on set 6 p.m. and knocking off at 6 a.m. Those were some long nights, man. But
so, how does this compare to the
trying to sleep during the day? What do they think I'm a vampire or something?
Exactly.
That's some vampire hours. I can tell you that shit.
How does it differ from like when you filmed the Cougar Town or the Human Centipede?
Well, this had a lot of wrestlers in it. Like Paul London was in it. He was in my clan, my tribe. Paul London, Beast, this other big thick dude out of Vegas. Leroy. A lot of wrestlers in it doing the fight scene. So this was cool from other movies like this is a low budget, right? Other movies will have a stunt coordinator, stunt men, and you won't do your stuff. This one, I myself, Sim Bodie, or whoever was in certain fight scenes were wrestlers. So we were our own stuntman, our own stunt coordinator. We wrote our scene. You know, we decided how we were gonna fight and made it happen, which saves days. Days, because there'd be a day of rehearsal, scouting a scene out, a rehearsal, and it would be like 2-3 days to shoot something like that. Where we shot Simbodi and my fight scene, we shot between 4:30, whatever it was I told you, to right before they had to cut off. So I'd say about 6:45, right before they had to go in overtime, we could wrapped it up. So. So we did that in a few hours. I got there early, which I shouldn't have did, but I'm always early. I was gonna scout it out, and I sat down. The first day I worked every minute of that 12 hours or 11 hours or whatever it was. Ooh. Second night I sat from 6 p.m. till about 4:30, and it was freezing. It was 35 degrees in the desert.
Wait, 6 p.m.
6 a.m. 6 a.m.
Oh,
sorry, 6 a.m. Sat till 4:30, then filmed to 6-something a.m. and almost 7 in the morning. I got back to my hotel room about 7:45 and had to go to sleep. But it was 35 degrees in the desert. So his prop thing, where all the fight scene, the club, it's out in Boulder City. He's got a horror museum too, Tom Devlin's Monster Museum or Horror Museum. Which one is it? You have to look it up, but I think it's Monster Museum or Horror Museum. Oh, he's gonna kill me, man. It's a really cool place. I took a bunch of pictures. I should have sent them to you, because he makes all these special effects. That's cool stuff. It's in Boulder City. And I think it's Monster Museum. I got a shirt.
Horror Museum.
Horror Museum. I had it right the first time. So Tom Devlin's Horror Museum in Boulder City.
Wait. It's Tom Devlin's Monster Museum.
It's Monster. Why you messing with me, Raymond?
Because it says both.
Tom Devlin's Monster.
Monster Museum.
It's got a theater in it. So his museum is right there, but right next to it he has like I don't want to say a barn, but it's another place, but it was set up, stage. It's basically a staging area, and had the punk rock bar in it and other things in the office where we filmed a lot of scenes, but there was no installation. 35 degrees. They happened to have one of the coldest spells they had come through there. They did alley scenes and homeless people. We're so grateful when they lit the 55 drums of fire. It was going, it was so cold. So there's a lot of things that go into it, the element. I think about all those movies like Braveheart whatever, when they're filmed in like Scotland or England or some Romania or some faraway place, and you see they're doing these scenes at night or in the early morning, and you know it's cold out there, because I know I was freezing in that spot. So to get out there and wait, hurry up and wait, and then to go have to nail those lines and get your spot, or if you're doing the stunts and the fight scenes and in the cold, it's a lot to it. And but I think I might have gotten a little bit of an acting bug again, even though I probably sucked like dinosaur balls in here or something, or whatever is the biggest balls you could suck. I sucked. I was terrible in it. I mean, I naturally look scary. I mean, I'm just an ugly dude, so I know how to look scary. That I've been doing for I don't know how many years as a vampire warrior, and then Gangrel. Like, so that's normal. That's a normal day in the office for me. But all the dialogue was not a normal day. I struggled with it. I don't think it's gonna come out sounding naturally. I just talked to Tom yesterday, and he said no, it sounded good. He didn't say it was fantastic or fantastic. It sounded good, so that means it was probably pretty bad. And he's just being nice because he seems like a nice, positive guy. but he was happy. I mean, he seems happy. It was in Fangora magazine, which is great. That's a good push and a good little rub to in the horror world. So looking forward to it. Hopefully it comes out. I hope it's better than what I think. Anything's gonna be better to me because I'm gonna put it on the lowest level, on my end, not their end. They're all professionals, and it was a great experience. But
fans will let you know. I know a lot of people that listen to this are definitely gonna tune in and watch it.
Yeah, well, hope so. But it called The After Dark. It's the Lost Boys Meet the Interview with a Vampire, but you can check the write-up at fangoramagazine.com or something like that.
I have the link.
He'll have it linked up. Raymond will link it up there.